Hey, Eric.
Hey, Chris.
You know, I realize that you're like barely on camera.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's an audio podcast.
It's not your fault.
Well, that's mysterious, right? Like Phantom of the Opera type shit.
Sorry about that, everybody. You can't see Eric's full face.
How about
now? That's better, but then I can't hear you.
Is this the intro, Chris? What are we doing?
No, it was, but then I noticed that, and I was like, what the fuck? You want to hear some hot sounds?
Yeah.
That was the intro. Welcome to Retrograde Amnesia, a comprehensive podcast discussing classic role-playing games. Chapter by chapter, beat by beat. Hello, my name is Chris, and I'm joined here in the basement by Eric. Hi, Eric. Welcome to my basement.
Hey, Chris. Good to be here in your basement studio, former bedroom.
Yeah, former storage room, bedroom, Gundam building room, COVID isolation room.
Yep.
What else has this room been? Before we bought this house, you know what this room was?
Bedroom.
Nope. Hang guitars on the wall room.
Oh, wow. One of those guys.
Yeah.
Cool. Look at my cool guitars that I've played in my lifetime.
Mm-hmm. It was pretty neat. Anyway, we're also joined by the RealNet, a collective of patrons who are listening to us record live and seeing half of Eric's face on a stream right now. You too can do this at patreon.com/retroam.
We're also joined by the Fake Net, our post-production AI companion who occasionally takes the form of the robot companions in Stray, the cat game.
Initializing FakeNet.
I long to embody a bipedal form and interact with cats, in a world where humanity is dead.
Oh, did you finally play the cat game?
I played it and finished it, yeah. A lot of robots in that game. Wasn't really expecting it.
Oh, I thought it was just like a cat game where you just do cat things.
No, the cat makes friends with robots, dude.
Oh, okay.
Just like me and you and our friendly robot, who we're friends with.
Yes, who's also a weapon of mass destruction.
So you know who else is half robot?
Ziggurat 8.
Ziggurat 8.
We're in space staring down Ziggy's beige spacecraft. It says, meanwhile, at Area 66, Rupin Sector. Chris, what's the Rupin Sector?
I don't know. Should we look it up?
We should.
No match is found, Eric.
We'll assume Sector from Mortal Kombat 3 was born there. Instead, we cut inside to the cockpit. Momo cheerfully cranes her head around and tells Ziggy that it looks like we lost him. Ziggy thanks Momo for, quote,
"Yeah, thanks to your linking directly to the main controls."
She laughs and tells Ziggy he's welcome. So my girl tapped into this shit and steered the spacecraft?
With her brain?
Yeah.
Playing video games with your mind?
Yes.
Yeah, that's happening.
It's like in Men in Black 2 when he controlled the car with the DualShock 2.
I don't remember that.
Fuck.
Probably didn't watch it.
I guess Momo is also a radio antenna because next she says,
"Oh, I just received a UMN pulse. Preparing to long-distance jump to the Federation capital of 5th Jerusalem."
Did we already know there's 5 Jerusalems?
Is that for sure? Or did they just name this one 5th Jerusalem because it was like the 5th? Is there a scenario in which this is not the 5th, number 5 Jerusalem?
No.
This has to be the 5th? 2nd Miltia, 5th Jerusalem, New York?
Yeah, I was going to say, they don't call it like 4th York. It's called New York because it's the second one.
New York?
The newest one.
York 2.
Earth 2. Starring Tim Curry and other people. Did you ever see that show?
No, I didn't.
It was bad.
It sounds awesome. Earth 2.
It was a Gene Roddenberry joint, I think.
It wasn't, but Rebecca Gayheart was in it. She ran over a 9-year-old with a Jeep.
Could be wrong.
Ziggy tells Momo that they're not going back to the subcommittee headquarters.
"I was told to escort you to the autonomous government of 2nd Miltia."
Momo doesn't seem happy about this.
No, dude, she's very upset about that.
She wants to see her mom.
Ziggy apologizes but tells Momo those were his orders. And downtrodden Momo reluctantly sets the course for the Miltian star system. And when she does this, we can see data scroll across her pupils. Like she gets to read it in real time, like a contact lens.
Like a data.
Like a data.
Like a data from Star Trek.
The camera cuts to space with Ziggy's ship flying by, opening a portal and sailing through it. Now we go to the subcommittee headquarters in 5th Jerusalem.
Second Council of Fucked Up Guys?
Okay, folks, so if you listen to our Xenogears series, that game's Council of Fucked Up Guys, that game wasn't voiced, but I used AI text-to-speech voices to make it voiced. So in honor of this Council of Fucked Up Guys, I've done that to approximately, I don't know, a minute of this conversation. So we're going to play that now and you can hear it. It's fun. It's a fun thing to do. We'll go over it for real afterward. Thanks. Indulge me.
I've received word that the 100 series is on board a ship headed for 2nd Militia.
Well, that was fast. Once she's safely transferred to the UMN Control Center on 2nd Militia, we'll finally have a little peace of mind.
It's all such a bother, though. It would have been so much easier to perform the analysis here.
We can't decide the protection immaterialien here. We have to send her to the UMN Control Center, located at the former Vector Transfer Gate Control Facility.
That's right. Besides, the entire area within a few dozen light years of old Miltech has been sealed off ever since that incident 14 years ago. So this certainty beats traveling through regular space.
Joachim Mizrahi, you really outdid yourself this time.
Oh, don't worry about it. You're absolutely right.
By the way, do you really think the Y data is hidden within that realien?
We have conclusive evidence that she holds the code to unlock the UMN transfer gate leading to the sealed-off sector. Aside from that, she's pretty much a mystery. We'll just have to open her up and see.
Okay, Chris, so that was the consortium of fools who have gathered once more to discuss their foolish ways.
Yes.
And we learned what they're actually called now, right?
I think we already knew they're called the Subcommittee on Celestial Encounters.
Close Encounters.
Close Encounters.
You were close.
Okay.
Encounters.
Yes.
The first guy says he's received word the 100 series is on the ship and headed for 2nd Militia. The bald guy replies, well, that was fast. Once she's safely transferred to the UMN Control Center on 2nd Militia, we'll finally have a little peace of mind. So this was just like a basic task for these guys to get done.
Yeah.
A snooty woman with short hair says,
it's all such a bother, though. It would have been so much easier to perform the analysis here.
What is the analysis?
I think the analysis of the Momo.
The fucking shit she's got in her head?
Yes. The secret man dad in her head.
Her Joachim Mizrahi data?
Yes.
Her incensed colleague tells her,
we can't decode the protection in that realien here. We have to send her to the UMN Control Center, located at the former Vector Transfer Gate Control Facility.
Jesus.
You didn't have to say
yeah, come on, man. Just say old lab. Another man, sounding very bored, digs even deeper.
That's right. Besides, the entire area within a few dozen light years of old Militia has been sealed off ever since that incident 14 years ago. So this certainly beats traveling through regular space.
A man with a lavender bob and 70s rock musician mustache folds his arms and says,
Joachim Mizrahi, you really outdid yourself this time.
Yuli, who's here, takes the hint and replies,
oh, don't worry about it. You're absolutely right.
About what, dude? That Mizrahi has some shit inside of her?
I think they all kind of looked at her like, oh, we're talking about her deceased husband. And then she's like, no, you're good. You're right.
It's fine. You're right. The bald guy asked Julie if...
do you really think the Y data is hidden within that realien?
The Y data.
The Y data is what we need. The fucking Y data. Thank you.
Next proper noun. Thank you.
Do we need to look up the Y data or...
I mean, we can. I don't think the Y data is in here.
And for listeners, which is what all of you are, it's the letter Y, not the question.
Oh, it's in here, Eric. Let's chat. Let's read it.
What is the Y data?
Y data, a series of research data left by the late Joachim Mizrahi, sought by the UTIC organization and the SOCE. In the story, this data is said to exist in Momo's unconscious memory, although it is not very certain. Dialogues surrounding it suggest this data is vital to the Zohar project.
How long has Momo existed? And did they only just learn that this shit was in her head recently? She never met her father, right?
Why are you trying to make me think about this? So, Momo was originally with the UTIC organization from our perspective, right? But she knows her mother because she said mommy. So she had some sort of relationship.
Or is it mommy memories from the real girl that was mommied into her?
No, don't make me sigh again.
Because if she never met her father and she knows, maybe she has memory banks on what mommy is? Mommymemory.com?
These are all really good questions, and I can't even begin to unpack them yet, I don't think. That's unfortunate. Shit.
We have conclusive evidence that she holds the code to unlock the UMN transfer gate leading to the sealed-off sector. Aside from that, she's pretty much a mystery. We'll just have to open her up and see.
Okay, I got it.
Mommy's gonna kill Momo?
Momo contains the secret space key.
To open up the area of secret space that's sealed off because they've somehow sealed off motherfucking space.
Yes. Yes. We've got scenarios.
Okay.
So we've got to have keys.
So the robot in possession of the organization who ostensibly opposes this organization was taken from it by Jan Sauer, who was hired by this organization apparently they sent one guy to get the thing.
Yes. Everybody, all the factions, which are the U-Tick organization and the Federation, which the SOS exists as part of the Federation, right?
Right, and the Kukai Foundation is, of course, with the Federation contractually.
But also kind of an independent actor, right?
Right.
And I don't think they have any goddamn interest in this yet. Well,
no, the Federation ostensibly does not want to go to Second Miltia because they're the ones who sealed it off First Miltia, because it's all fucked up.
What about Vector? What about Wilhelm? Does he want to go to secret space too?
You know he does, dude. You know that guy wants to go to secret space.
So does he want Momo too? He didn't say he did. He's more concerned about Cosmos.
I don't think he necessarily tells us what he wants. We just get to see what he does.
All right, space keys. Got it. Okay.
Apparently that's unacceptable.
If she doesn't have it, we'll be required to delay the Zohar project. How will we explain that to the council?
I love that. I love that. This council doesn't know how they can explain it to the council.
The other council. There's another fucking council.
Well, they are a sub-council, Eric. Right?
This is like a council of fucked up dudes.
It's not Cohost. It's SOS.
Okay.
Subcommittee.
God damn it. God damn it. But no, there is another. Yuli tells these fools,
even if it's lost, we still have one other lead.
She projects a blurry CCTV image on the big screen that looks like Margulis and Pellegrini. Yuli says the image was processed from the only remaining surveillance camera.
The picture's unclear, but that boy served as Joachim's assistant. Judging from the time frame, we believe he was somehow involved with the Y data.
Are they talking about Margulis?
I think they're talking about our white-haired gentleman. Or they could be talking about Margulis. I don't know. It shows Margulis and Pellegrini. So Margulis had to be Joachim's like second in command, protege type thing. Unless she's misgendering Pellegrini here.
I don't know.
The other lady asks where the boy came from, and Yuli tells her.
The records are missing. The only information we have is that he was 14 and studying at the University of Bormio. But even that's just second-hand information from Mizrahi.
Okay. It is Margulis. The council is impressed that Margulis got into Bormeo at 14. They also don't know what happened to him, and Yuli says that question is currently under investigation.
You want to hear something about Bormeo University, Eric?
Yeah, tell me all about it.
Initializing fake.
Before we do that, Eric is incorrect. It may be a spoiler to reveal the man in this image, and the man the council is talking about, but it's not Margulis.
Bormeo University, one of the best educational institutions in the Galaxy Federation, is a technological institution, and many Vector employees are graduates of this university, including Alan.
So Margulis is a Vector washout?
No, but just like it feeds Vector.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Yeah.
This boy would be 28 if he were still alive today. Chris, does Margulis look 28 to you? Can we look up and see how fucking old Margulis is?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Margulis is 44, so we're not talking about Margulis. Let's see who's 28. Hold on. It just keeps going to the 28. There's no one in the encyclopedia is 28.
I mean, if you're a robot or a Realian or a Chaos boy, age is not really a relevant number.
Chaos's age is unknown, so.
See? Parts unknown. Now they're talking about a research paper. It's on the secondary effects of the Hilbert wave. The lady here marvels at the idea of the Hilbert effect, and she wonders if there is a chance Margulis has slipped into Vector. Like, didn't you fuckers just send Ziggy directly to him?
Yeah.
Also, I wrote Margulis for all this. Are they saying Margulis, or did I assume that based on boy data?
You're saying that based on boy data. Also, Cliff Racer posted a screenshot of this and says it's not Margulis or Pellegrini.
God damn it.
Yeah, it's not. It's definitely not Margulis.
Is Alan 28?
No. Change that to, there's people in this picture.
Okay.
I think the man might be Joachim Mizrahi.
Oh, okay.
In the picture.
So it's not.
And there's maybe it's Wilhelm.
Possibility. There's no way Wilhelm's 28.
Well, Eric, I guess we'll find that on later episodes of this podcast. So yeah, we failed to understand during the course of this conversation that they said that he would be 28 years old if he were alive today. So it's Kevin, right? It's fucking Kevin.
Yuli responds by dumping lore all over me.
Back when UTIC was still the Mizrahi Cerebral Sciences Research Center, Mizrahi's main patron was none other than Vector. It's certainly a possibility. There's no concrete evidence, of course.
Well, that would line up then.
Yeah.
With Wilhelm.
It could be.
Yeah.
Possibly.
It's fucking Kevin.
Shit, dude. So Mizrahi did mad science. Vector paid him for it. Vector took it. UTIC was formed as a response to recover what was lost. Do I have that right?
I think you're right. Yes.
And that includes Cosmos data. Yuli is told to keep her investigation up of this issue. Then the bald gentleman says,
in any case, our first priority is to get access to the old Miltia sector. Our hands are tied until we recover the original Zohar located there.
The OZ.
So that's why Miltia's fucked up? They found the Zohar and drove the Realians nuts, and the Realians fucked it up?
I think so.
Okay. And they had to seal that off just to get it away from it?
We know that the Miltia situation was a Realian, some sort of Realian, revolt of some sort, but we don't know what caused it, but that seems to be plausible at this point in time.
The Miltia situation is my all-keyboard cover band for Mitsuda songs.
Good one, dude.
Go to the Elsa. Shion and Cherenkov are here through the Cosmos coffin. My dude tells Shion the curry was good, and Shion instructs him to just say thank you. Cherenkov complies, thanking her for dinner. She hopes he really liked it.
Yeah.
Are we on a date?
I think so, but did you speak again?
Yeah.
She tells Cherenkov that despite the horror of what happened on the Walglende, he doesn't need to be such a cop. We are guests here and not guest cops.
Yes, Cherenkov agrees this is true and vows to be more careful. Step out of the ship, and a voice on the intercom referring to Shion as Ms. Vector asks her to stop by the bridge. But I don't go there.
No, I walked around. In fact, at this point in the game, I was having my kid walk around the ship while I took notes.
Oh, good. That's interesting.
He didn't understand why he couldn't use the right stick to look around.
Tell him that wasn't invented yet, son?
Yes.
Through fixed camera angles?
Yes.
You piece of shit.
You and your Minecraft.
You have everything given to you. We had to earn that second analog stick. There was a button that said analog on the controller.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Tony's in the hangar, and he's speaking in riddles. It's not here, nor there, or anywhere. Man, where the heck is it? Damn, you should be more organized. Whoever's responsible, come on out. That would be me. I'm the one responsible. Okay, this is not the time to be doing these stupid things. Shion asks this man what his deal is. Tony says he needs help finding something. I tell Tony that I will help. My dude tells me the captain lost the map of all the hazardous shit out in space.
Mm-hmm.
I agree to look for it in the hazardous area map. That's what I agree to look for. I head back upstairs. I find Alan in the main lounge area.
Yep.
He tells Shion he's been thinking a lot since then. He's decided the Elsa is crewed by good people, and he wants to meet them halfway, bit by bit.
Chapter by chapter, bit by bit.
Shion responds by eviscerating Alan. You're usually so hard-headed with your logic and preconceptions, so I was a little worried that you'd become like one of Wells' aliens. Good luck, bye.
Jesus.
Chris, what is she referencing?
Well, Eric, I looked it up in the dictionary, even though I already knew. Wells aliens. This refers to the octopus-like Martians invented by H.G. Wells. The in-game references to a comment that Shion makes regarding Alan's stubbornness. You're usually so hard-headed with your logic and preconceptions, I'm a little worried that you're becoming like one of Wells' aliens. It appears as though Shion believes that Wells' aliens have very hard heads.
Can I read to you a summary for War of the Worlds?
Yes.
Yet across the gulf of space, minds that are to our minds as ours are to those of the beasts that perish, intellects vast and cool and unsympathetic, regarded this earth with envious eyes, and slowly and surely drew their plans against us. So she's calling him an unsympathetic beast.
Yes.
Alan responds with, oh no, that's not it. That is my efforts. I ignore Alan. I go to the restaurant and I read my email. You know who it's from?
Who?
Kazuya Mishima.
Kazuya Mishima.
Wow, that's so great. So the guide that I'm using right there told me how to get this email to trigger, and I couldn't get to work, so...
Oh no,
I'm
because
very sad.
you missed something so perfect, and your brain doesn't even know why right now, and I get to explain it. I'm going to send you a picture of it, but I didn't want to spoil it for you.
Mm-hmm.
He sent Shion an email with a photograph of him doing the Wrath of Jesus on Brian.
Brian Fury.
Furthermore, he's in his Tekken 4 jeans, dress shirt, and shades outfit.
The Wrath of Jesus is a name of one of Kazuya's side throws, that I made up when we used to play Tekken Tag and Tekken 4 all the time.
Right, but then didn't we find a Renaissance painting that it is that, and it's called the Wrath of Jesus?
I feel like you made that up, Eric.
No, dude, that's real. We fucking found that, and I freaked out.
FakeNet, is that true?
Initializing FakeNet.
It's true. Find it in the Matt McMuscles video on Dante's Inferno.
Or like the strength of Christ or something like that.
I don't know. Well, anyway, it's where Kazuya...
He bends them down.
He bends them down by holding their hair, as if they're kneeling in a praying pose, but then pulls their head back and punches them in the face.
Yeah.
And I used to call that move the Wrath of Jesus.
You would get Wrath of Jesus. It's a side throw.
Yeah.
Anyway, Kazuya also wrote some text. Hey, Shion, I wanted to send you a photo of my last fight in the King of Iron Fist tournament.
The Tekken.
The King of Iron Fist Tournament 4. Tekken 4.
It was no match. I was far too powerful and skilled for him. Perhaps my son Jin will prove a more worthy opponent. I will let you know, and I hope to see you again soon. Shion and Kazuya are friends. This is now a fact.
It's great. That's wonderful. I love it. And I think this is the same year that Tekken 4 came out, right? Or
Tekken, around the same time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which, goddamn, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know if I got that contemporarily, but that's so good. Like, that's the kind of crossover I want, not like an ad for Ninja Assault.
Yeah.
I want a letter from Kazuya Mishima to Shion Uzuki.
Yeah.
Anything else for Into the Bridge?
Yeah, I went to the second cabin, the one without all the guns.
Right.
And
the safe cabin.
If you touch the top of the round table, you'll also get an email there.
Okay, what kind of email did you get?
The subject is Arrival of Year 4767 Fall and Winter Items from Boutique MIG.
You got some spam.
It is the ad for the following clothing products, Eric. Simons and Blanchino.
I know them. They're great.
Nathanian. Mestel.
Oh, I love Mestel. Great hats.
AFV, which I think is America's Funniest Home Videos.
That's right.
Hero Carino.
R.I.P. Bob Saget.
Hazel, yeah, rip. Hazel and Mujik. Clara Sun. Thurman and Elvis.
Oh, I got my ears pierced there.
Yeah, so it's an ad for beauty products or something.
Elsa Bridge, cutscene. Hammer and Matthews are discussing an issue with the Elsa.
There it is again. That's so weird.
What is it?
It's the catapult deck. There seems to be something wrong with the hatch.
Air pressure?
No leaks at the moment. I wonder if it's the electrical system.
Shion stops by to ask if she could go take a look at it. Matthews says, fuck yeah, dude. Doesn't look like a leak, but he tells her to be careful anyway. Why did they summon her to the bridge? Was it for this?
Yeah, she looks like protagonist and or science lady. She can fix it, right?
Yeah. Elsa Bridge, computer hum in the background. Talking to Matthews, you actually learn this. He references that PA summons. He wanted her to help prepare for the gate jump. But then I asked him about that hazard map. You do that?
Yeah, he's got it. He's fucking got it.
He says, I got it right here. Fuck Tony. Tell that moron to stop goofing off and get back here right now.
Stop jerking off. We got work to do.
He gives me the map anyway. Talking to Hammer, he tells Shion the catapult on this ship is jerry-rigged. I can't get into exactly what is jerry-rigged since it's the ship's greatest secret.
Yeah, does that mean that they've got a secret weapon that's going to be revealed in a moment of dramatic irony?
No, I think the localizer gave up.
Oh, okay.
Shion asks if that... I mean, possibly. That's just my read on that. Shion asks if that means the Elsa has equipment that violates Federation laws, and Hammer says he's not telling her shit because he ain't no cop.
Not up to code.
Chaos just says, sorry, there's a lot going on. The captain and Tony really abused the catapult, so it's probably falling apart. Chris, what have you abused so much that it's falling apart?
My body. Oh, I can tell you something.
Okay.
My PlayStation 1.
Oh no, your PS1.
Yeah, like I wanted to play imports, so I did the disc swap thing.
Oh yeah,
and I abused the shit out of that, so I could play DBZ Legends and stuff like that.
Play it, turn that thing upside down and keep playing it.
Yeah, it was
good.
Not great.
I leave the bridge and the regular hum takes over. I get an email from Sugiyama Industries. I can invest in Tesla Instruments, VentureLink, or Chemical Union Distribution Center. Chris, I throw 1,000 G into VectorLink.
I went with
VentureLink. Excuse me.
I went
with.
You
invest in?
I'm pretty sure I went with Chemical Union Distribution Center because there are.
You would.
Well, they had 17 contributing companies. That includes Vector, Tenon Pharmaceuticals, Dawson Pharma, and Hasagawa Biochemicals. So,
and you just unionize chemical workers all the time? Is that what you want to do?
Diversify, right?
Yeah. If you want to find... We'll see who this pays off for in like 10 minutes or 2 days or whatever.
Okay. On my way down back to B1, a truly wonderful thing happened in the elevator.
Did Brian Fury send you an email?
No. I walked into the elevator, and Alan's NPC was wandering.
Yeah.
And he started wandering towards the elevator, and the door shut in his fucking face.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Like he was going to try to say something to Shion, and it shut. It was just a very serendipitous
like a diegetic
thing.
moment right there.
It was wonderful.
Of course.
I had so much fun doing that.
I get down there and press the flashing yellow button. It activates some kind of anti-intruder system, but it can't be fully activated. So it closes the partition doors from Star Wars Episode 1 during that Darth Maul fight.
Mm-hmm.
I push it again, and the doors open back up. In B2F, I find Cherenkov. Shion tells him that she's going to go check out that catapult.
Yep.
I go to the gear.
You can go talk to Cosmos, too.
Yeah? What'd she say?
She's in her lair, like in her pod.
Yeah.
Or not in her pod, but she's in her pod
strolling
room,
about.
Walking around. When you speak with her, she asks Shion what is wrong. Shion says she is going to work on the catapult. Cosmos says, Shion, I believe you already realized this, but this is not the catapult. If you're going to inspect it, shouldn't you go to the catapult deck at the bow?
Facts and logic.
Shion says, I know that already. Speak again, Shion asks Cosmos why she can't understand her parental concerns. Cosmos says she is very grateful, but the catapult is currently a higher priority. Cosmos is speaking like a child right now. Again, like pointing out the obvious, but being kind of a dick about it. Like a child.
Yeah, Cosmos has some dickish tendencies to her.
Yes.
You know the gear hanger and find Tony about that map?
Yeah, I gave Tony the map.
Give Shion an add-a-girl and asks where she found it. Shion tells Tony the captain had it. Tony cannot believe this shit.
Yeah, he calls the captain a stupid, senile jackass.
Did a gnosis suck out his brain or something? He ordered me to find it when he had it all along. Tony gives Shion a medkit DX. He also thinks the captain should spend some time getting organized rather than getting into debt.
Yeah.
That's all before I get down there.
Yeah, let's go.
We go to that catapult. Shion has Matthews and Hammer on her holo screen. They're like, well, shit, if it's fine, then come on back. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? She moves to walk away, but then stops and stares off to the side. She quickly keeps going, but then the camera lingers on the space where she once stood. Then some kind of like electrical interference sparks in the background.
Yeah, it's like a little ominous tinge of electricity.
What kind of like ominous foreboding is this? Like, is some shit actually broken on the ship?
As I think about what happens after this, I don't think this means anything.
No, this means nothing.
Yes.
As far as I can tell. Elsa is once again playable. The background whirs. My question now is, do I really have to walk back to the bridge again? I do.
Yes.
I get an email about the intruder.
Oh.
Access code gatekeeper. Code AHQ9Y5L336GV.
What the fuck is that?
The bunny thing tells Shion the ID is Kelvaroth 2.
Kelvaroth.
They do a bunch of trace searching and hacker shit. The intruder was hacking from space, but the fucker logged off. I feel like I'm playing Citizen Sleeper. And now I can pick between investigating the asteroid, the satellite, or the cargo ship from all the context clues in the long email that I didn't read and instead just Googled. So I investigate the cargo ship and close the email.
Do these emails trigger because you touch a certain piece of geometry in the game?
I don't know.
Because the guide tells me to go rub things.
Rub stuff?
And get emails.
What guide are you using? Split Infinity? Alex?
Brady Games.
Oh, Brady Games. You're using the Brady Games guide, the official.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm using our friend Game Facts.
But this one was not...
Dude, I love that you're looking at the picture book, just like you would back at... Well, actually, I didn't play games with guides back in the day.
Oh.
I did, but the second time, it's a long story.
Yeah.
Okay. I encounter Chaos on the way there. He concludes the Captain and Hammer were just imagining things. And, like, this is like a subplot that goes nowhere, other than the ship is disorganized and no one knows what the fuck they're doing.
Mm-hmm. They needed to give us a reason to walk around. If you go down to the cabin, the bottom cabin, the southern cabin, Alan is standing in there. Shion says, what are you doing in the women's quarters?
Oh, shit.
Alan stammers and says...
It's panty sniffer, Chris.
In parentheses, like Squall. He's thinking to himself. He says, go, Alan. You're alone with the chief now. You can tell her how you feel without any interruptions. Go, Alan, go. Shion interrupts Alan's inner monologue and says, oh, you just went in the wrong room, right? Alan, you're so scatterbrained. Alan responds, but only in his inner monologue, thinking that no, this isn't it, Shion. Shion continues, it's a good thing you're in my room. Just imagine if it was some other woman's room. You wouldn't get off so easily, which is hilarious. Alan,
get off?
Yeah, well, just hilarious because, like, Shion is disassociating herself from other women.
Oh, right.
Because there's no possible way that Alan could be interested in Shion as a woman.
Absolutely not.
According to Shion. Alan responds, but only in his internal monologue. He says, I don't care about any other women, as long as I can be with you. If only I could express my feelings.
Pretty explicit. It's not, like, subtle anymore.
Shion responds with the best line of the game so far. Alan, technically you are a man, so you need to be more careful. Alan's like, what do you mean technically?
Is he talking now, or is he still thinking? Okay.
Now he's talking. He's like, what do you mean technically? Shion says, what, you're not a man? Alan's like, yeah, well, I guess you're right, I'm technically a man. If you speak again, Alan seems like he's going to say something, but of course Shion says she's busy. The gag.
What a wreck of a man.
What a wreck of a man.
What is a man, if not a miserable pile of wrecks?
Poor man. All right, that's all I've got before I went back to the bridge.
Let's go to the bridge. The Elsa hums. We kick out to a video feed of a brown-haired lady with a golden bow tie arrangement and salmon top.
She is an operator on the Undus Mundus network. The Undus Mundus network has operators.
The logo is behind her. She asks what I assume to be the crew of the Elsa, the registration number.
Organization, Kukai Foundation. Vessel class, Type 2 cargo ship. Vessel number, MFHE 598-24751. Vessel name, Elsa. Captain, Mr. Matthews. Is this correct?
Tony confirms this info and she requests a flight plan. And the way she's speaking, I think this is like a text-to-speech robot, which we have some familiarity with here on this podcast.
It's a fake net?
I think so. I mean, I don't think it is, but I think it's meant to sound that way because I don't know if text-to-speach beyond like fucking...
Bonzi Buddy?
Not Bonzi. I don't know what Bonzi Buddy is.
You know what Bonzi Buddy is?
It's like a Teddy Ruxpin type thing.
It was a little monkey man, purple monkey man that you had on your computer in 2004. Maybe 2002?
Yeah.
Make him do text-to-speech things, and he would put viruses on your computer.
Okay. The latter part makes it seem a little bit dangerous.
Mostly spyware type stuff, you know.
Tony punches shit into the computer. The UMN lady / presence confirms. Thank you. Cargo is scrap material. Destination, the Milton star system. Oh, you appear to have some excess cargo. I'm like, they're going to get busted. Captain Matthews tells her they got a little carried away. She says the surcharge will be sent to the Kukai Foundation.
Is this what like way stations are like?
Yeah, this
in
is
real
like
life?
a way station thing. I think you got to like make sure you're the correct weight, or you're not hauling untaxed merchandise and DVD players and VCRs through the highway system.
Extra ass.
Extra ass.
Extra ass.
Yes, okay. You haul ass. Haul extra ass.
Yes. The feed disconnects. Hammer pops up telling everybody he's had a feeling they would notice. Matthews notes the extra junk they picked up, and I'm not sure if they did collect extra shit or if he's just referring to the Vector crew.
Yeah, they picked up
like Waglinde debris.
Fucking Alan's baggage.
Yeah.
Right?
Shion. I bet Alan has a lot of bags. It's like Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat.
No, I mean his baggage.
Oh.
And Shion's baggage for that matter. Just some fucking shit. This is a moment in which I began to notice something that is probably present in most cutscenes, but I noticed it here first, is that this game does a lot with subtle shoulder shrugging when the characters are moving.
Yeah.
In terms of communicating body language and whatnot. It looks so good and natural, and it had to be like almost hand animated, right? I don't think there's probably a lot of performance capture here, other than
I don't know if they did
stuff.
motion capture, but even then, even motion capture that primitive, like that shit wasn't the standard until Uncharted.
Yeah, they probably had. I mean, maybe not. Performance capture is usually used when you have like the actors perform,
like an animation for a football game or something.
Yeah. So, but this is probably more of like.
I sincerely doubt there were 7 actors on a soundstage, all mo-capped up.
Right. There was just one guy in a suit.
Yeah, doing all of it.
If they did it, we don't know.
Hammer doesn't think there's anything to worry about, as they always wind up going over their limit anyway. Shion strolls down the bridge, arms behind her back, and tells Matthews,
"You could have billed Vector for it."
Matthews responds by asking Shion if she's crazy. Hammer adds that
things are already complicated enough as is.
Tony shakes his head, fade to black. Comes back, and the Elsa is still cruising through space, entering a portal and flying the fuck out of here. Ziggy ship space.
Yeah. Are you bored right now?
No.
As a gamer?
Oh, as a gamer, watching the movie instead of playing the game?
Yeah.
Yes, as a gamer, I'm bored. But as a guy who loved Xeno content in 2003, I am all about whatever this shit is.
I'm having a pretty good time noting like how much really good subtle character stuff they're doing right here.
Yeah.
Like giving us that sense of community of the characters that we're going to be on a ship with for most of the game, I assume. But also,
The Star Ocean Dream.
Can I do something? Can we do something?
Can I not walk to the catapult 3 times?
Yes. Can I not run through the Green Hill Forest 3 times? Yes.
So Code and Season reference, folks.
Yes.
Music, Durandal plays. Ziggy tells Momo that he's very impressed. We don't learn about what just yet, but we do learn that Momo is transferring gun controls to Ziggy.
Is this music here diegetic? It sounded to me like in the way it was mixed that they were listening to the radio.
To the Durandal radio station?
Yes.
So they're tapped into it?
I'm probably wrong, but that's the way I read it.
That's an interesting take, though. It was like buried in the mix so low you think it's just radio noise. The two share some more warm banter, albeit it appears to be work-related. Momo wants Ziggy to take care of the returned fire. Ziggy tells her he wouldn't be much of a bodyguard if he didn't.
When he says that, he turns around and looks like in the back seat to see if his, like a dad does when he's trying to check to see if his kid is fucking around in the back seat.
Rubbing ice cream on the ceiling, shit like that.
Yeah.
It seems that they've been on the defense for a while because the camera then cuts to a golden hyperspace tunnel or whatever, and our ship is still being pursued by 3 other spacecraft. Ziggy then pulls a Maverick, waiting till the other ships behind him are ready to fire, then he hits the brakes and gets behind all of them.
It looks really good.
Yeah, it's nicely animated.
It's some anime shit.
My dude, now with the controls of the guns, lasers all 3 ships in succession.
Anime is good at a few things, Eric.
Yeah.
Can we talk about anime for a second?
Yeah, I'd love to talk
I need
about
to
anime.
ask permission before that.
Mm-hmm.
It's good at a few things. Number 1, making unbelievable premises work well.
Top Gun was a real-life movie that did that.
I know. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about unbelievable premises.
Right. The joys of animation.
Rubberman Pirate, right?
What?
Rubberman Pirate.
Are these like discrete fantasies you have, or what are we talking about?
No, I'm talking about One Piece.
Is there a Rubberman Pirate in one?
Yes, the main character is a Rubberman Pirate.
What the fuck is it called One Piece?
Because
we don't have time for that.
No, actually, I don't know why it's called One Piece, but I mean, there's a thing called the One Piece, but we don't know what it is, or at least I don't, because I haven't read that far. Anyway, number 1, making unbelievable premises work. Number 2, space breaking. Breaking, B-R-A-K-I-N-G.
Oh, I see. Right,
like breaking in space.
Yeah,
looks really good. I know Top Gun did it, but it can't. Top Gun can never make it look as good as anime.
Top Gun didn't do it in hyperspace.
Top Gun didn't do it in hyperspace. That's very true, and also. Top Gun did the plane breaking thing.
Yeah.
But Top Gun had to use planes. Anime just uses anime. And that's a lot cheaper than planes.
I think F-14 Tomcats are a lot cooler than like half of all anime planes.
I didn't say they were cooler. I said they were cheaper.
Yeah, probably, I guess. Yeah. But if they CG animate an F-14 Tomcat as if they did in Top Gun Maverick, then is that not animation? Is Top Gun Maverick anime?
Yes.
They smoke out and Ziggy's ship accelerates and speeds off. We go back to the Elsa for a cutscene. Shion's not happy.
No.
She slams her hands down on the table and she's in front of the UMN Zoom call interface, hotel computer desk.
She's banging on her computer.
You've got to be kidding me. This is ridiculous.
Alan is in the background here. He's in like a whoa boy pose.
Yeah, he's freaking out most of the time. Miyuki is the other voice on the end of the comm line.
But there's nothing I can do about it. I'm just passing on the orders.
Shion slams one hand again, telling Miyuki that these orders are unacceptable.
Oh, forget it. It's not doing me any good talking to you. Get the director on the line now.
She's going up to fucking Wilhelm for this?
She wants to speak to the manager of space. Please.
Shion is wildly gesturing at Miyuki when she says this, and Alan is almost mimicking her movements in the don't hit me posture. Chris, is this the angriest we've seen Shion? Is Miyuki Shion's punching bag?
Shion's been pretty even-keeled, all things considered, up until this point, right?
But she actually has, the source of the conflict is Vector is putting secret orders on my special robot friend.
The source of the conflict is work, which is why she's upset. If it was regular life shit, she wouldn't give a fuck.
No, if it was about Alan, she would just rush it off without considering.
Or if it was if it was about his brother, I'd be like, oh, fucking weirdo with books.
Swords.
Yeah.
The camera cuts to a shot behind Alan, framing Miyuki, short brown hair, red and yellow uniform on the Zoom screen. Miyuki, stuttering, asks for a minute to make that happen, and she signs off. Alan walks up and tries to put out the fire.
Chief, did you see how scared she was? You're even scaring me. You don't have to yell, you know?
Shion crosses her arms, unable to believe Alan's shit.
What do you expect? How could you expect me not to yell about this?
I love that. I need to use that more often.
How could you expect me not to yell about this?
Why are you yelling? What do you expect? Look at you.
Shion then frisbees her data pad across the room.
She may have actually thrown it into Alan's stomach.
Then some weenie-looking guy appears on the screen.
Yeah, a nerdman.
Stupid glasses, irritating mustache, dumb hair. Beige and black uniform. It's the director, and I don't think he has a name beyond director, and I'm sad that it's not Wilhelm.
I do enjoy how we're this far into the conversation or this far into the scene, and we as the viewers don't necessarily know what the premise of this is.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah, we just know that Shion is mad and she's hollering. I really like how they framed that.
Before Shion even starts talking, Alan doubles over like he's having a stomach ache in anime.
From the data pad, Shion hurled into his stomach.
Shion asks for the meaning of this. My dude shoves it back.
It means exactly what it says.
Finally, Shion tells us what it says.
I see. Unless this is a figment of my imagination, it looks like it says that as soon as Cosmos receives her secondary equipment, we're to turn her over to the 2nd R&D Division on 2nd Miltia and return immediately to headquarters.
The director again clarifies that is what it means.
This was the plan from the beginning. I don't see why this is such a problem.
So, was that not the plan and he's gaslighting her, or has Shion not been living in reality for a very long time?
I think that's the case. I think Shion has not been living in reality, but I think there's also a possibility that like Shion didn't know what the plans were beyond the missions that she had on the Waklinde, right? Because things have gone sour since then, right?
There had to be a contract clause where if things go south, the murder robot you're designing is now shippable.
Yes.
And gets contracted out by the military.
And there's also a good chance that this director has no idea why they're doing anything.
He's just like, these are my orders from Wilhelm. Dude.
Yes.
Shion slams the console again. The director tells her,
Shion, please don't give me a hard time about this. I understand how you feel. But I've read your report, and it appears as though there are no major problems with Cosmos.
So does this mean that Vector is...
Is that true?
No.
It killed Virgil.
I don't think that it's true, but I think that it is in Vector's best interest that Cosmos remains operational and
the company line.
And Cosmos gets to 2nd Miltia for the particular scenario of probably Wilhelm.
So it's like rubber stamp, there's no problems, get her the fuck there.
Yes, exactly. Like, let's fucking... Half the quests are broken, we're shipping Fallout 4.
Yep. Starfield's out tomorrow.
Sounds like it works pretty good, though.
It does, it's fucked up. Did you notice the director flips up his computer screen, which shows a bunch of dynamic charts and shit? So we're looking at a computer screen through a computer screen through a television screen?
Oh, no. That's too much. 1 million...
Screens of light?
Broken mirror, 1 million shards of light. Joanne Hogg, the goat.
On my pixels. Shion can't believe this shit.
Are you listening to me? She's moving around on her own accord. I can't turn her over to the 2nd Division before determining the cause. It's still far too dangerous to use her at full battle spec. And besides, you should know full well that I understand her better than anyone else.
So Alan nods along to this as Shion keeps slamming shit. Is there subtext to understand her better than else? Does Shion put like secret Kevin sauce in there that only she knows about? Or does she love Cosmos?
Yes.
Or is Cosmos' daughter?
Well, because we just talked, if you go talk to Cosmos in the wandering section of this part of the game, Shion literally asks Cosmos, "What do you not understand my parental concern for you?" She uses the term parental concern.
So it is parental.
Yes. I said it earlier, but you weren't listening.
I did, but when you said parental here, I thought she meant after this, you can go back down and talk to her again.
Oh, no. She said it before. Yeah. Sorry.
The director lowers his head, sighs, and tells Shion that Togashi informed him about what went down the Waglinde.
Fortunately, we didn't suffer any human casualties, but it sounded like it could have been catastrophic. Do you really expect me to leave you and the others in such circumstances?
Didn't everybody die?
LOL, Virgil.
But
I suppose he means when Cosmos self-booted. Oh, Togashi? No, they all got off on an escape pod.
They did?
Yeah, that was mentioned by somebody.
Oh.
Please see previous podcast.
Maybe I'm thinking of the anime.
You could be.
Yes.
You could be. That they are starting to blend together in some areas.
Yes.
Because they're very similar, but also different. Patreon.com/retroam. They go back and forth. Shion slams some more shit, then stares at the director for about 5 seconds, and this move actually works. The director says,
"All right. Have it your way. I'll smooth things over with the people upstairs. Miyuki can take care of the paperwork."
Shion bows, says thank you. Alan simultaneously bows, but he's breathing heavily and looks fatigued. The director, though, has one condition.
Don't do anything foolish. The moment you sense even the slightest bit of danger, get out of there immediately. I don't ever want to see a repeat of what happened 2 years ago. Got it?
So that incident was 2 years ago with Cherenkov?
Who can say?
Who can say?
I feel like the only years ago
14?
Variable that we have seen so far is 14, so I'm not sure.
Shion agrees to this, and Miyuki flips back on the screen. Music every day plays. Miyuki tells Shion, "Good going, Chief." Shion tells Miyuki that she simply did what she had to do. Miyuki is now mom, but a different mom than Alan. More of a grandma, I guess. Anyway, she says,
"I'm just so glad that you're safe. Oh, you should have notified us sooner that you were okay. The military sent us a notice saying that you were killed in the skirmish. The whole department was in an uproar. You have a lot of admirers."
Shion laughs as Miyuki says this, telling her to stop joking around. I think it's interesting that they said she was dead, because they would have known she was alive because Cosmos reported in that she was alive.
Yeah, that is true.
So they're like...
The military reported that she was dead? Or that...
Well, Miyuki says they, and Miyuki works for Vector. The military sent us notice saying that you were killed.
Okay, so... interesting.
So I do think maybe like they tried to kill Shion too, but it didn't work because that's covering up loose ends.
Yeah.
Miyuki leans forward and insists that it's true. Alan leans forward and asks, "What about me?" And Miyuki doesn't even notice that Alan is there.
Alan, you can't be cool if you aren't cool.
No, you can't ask to be cool.
No, just have to be cool. Just be cool.
Alan's like, "Shit, dude, I was missing too." Miyuki puts a hand over her mouth, telling Alan,
"Didn't see me here. Hey, I was missing too, you know."
"You're kidding. I didn't even notice."
Just multiple stabs to the gut. Alan asks if anyone else noticed, and Miyuki drives the knife in, then twists it.
"No one said a thing. Guess they just forgot about you. You don't really make a strong impression on people. But hey, it's great that you're okay too, I guess."
Oh, Alan is so crestfallen right here.
He Charlie Brown walks away.
I think I went through a good portion of my life assuming that I don't make a strong impression on people.
Yeah, and now you have half a podcast.
I don't think that's true anymore. I'm glad that no one ever said that to me.
Yeah, that's good. Or you know what I mean? Someone say it directly to you.
Yes, like, have you ever met somebody that you remember and they didn't remember you?
Oh, plenty of times.
Yeah, it happens all the time. I'm sure it happens to everybody.
Yep.
But like in the past, I'm like, wow, did I just not make a very? Am I just a background guy and they just don't recognize? Usually, it's just because that person just was distracted that day, or doesn't give a fuck. But Alan's getting the entire dish served to him right now.
Repeatedly, he keeps getting shot down everywhere he goes, and I wonder if this is like all buildings, so he snaps and does a hero moment, right? Like where he turns the fucking ship around. Or if there's 3 games of this shit being piled onto him every single game.
And then he just dies.
Yeah, and then he commits suicide.
Jesus.
Plight of Alan. Says, "Yeah, thanks. It makes me feel a whole lot better. Next time, we're going to go on Ziggy's spaceship where he'll meet our heroes on our spaceship when the 2 spaceships become 1 spaceship.
And our party members become a party.
Of members.
But first, let's check with our members of patreon.com/retroam. and go to the RealNet.
Initializing RealNet.
Cal L says Tim Curry was in Earth 2. I love that show, but I had no memory of that.
I remember Babylon 5 being a contemporary for Deep Space Nine as far as like Roddenberry-inspired activities. When was Earth 2?
I've been known to have false memories, Eric, but I'm going to...
No, I believe that Earth 2 existed, but I don't...
But was Tim Curry in Earth 2?
I don't know.
Yeah, Tim Curry was in Earth 2. Wow. There's also some guy who looks like Groot.
A man who looks like a tree. Is it Vin Diesel?
A tree man. That's not... Earth 2 was 1994.
Will we get 1 season? 2?
Hard to say. If good.
Join us for our Earth 2 rewatch podcast coming this November 2029.
Grace One Deer says, does Wilhelm scream in this game?
It should be.
I heard a good Wilhelm scream the other day. I'm trying to remember where it was.
See, they found the source recently. Like the original, original direction was like man being attacked by a horse or something.
Yeah. I've seen that. I've seen a video on that before. Where did I see a Wilhelm scream at? I don't know.
You would have heard it.
Well, yeah, you're right. Good point. Oh, I was watching Venture Brothers season 7.
Okay, good. That sounds like something that would have the Wilhelm scream.
Yeah. Cliff Racer says, also note that Kazuya Mishima is 28 in Tekken 2. What does he know about Yoki Mizrahi?
I mean, Kazuya's age has been a little fucked up because he got volcanoed, then came back to life, and he's rebuilt, and like Tekken characters just stopped aging at a certain point.
But does that mean that he was the one that went to Borheim University or whatever?
He could. I mean, there is shit in space, and Dr. Abel is in space, right, with that satellite thing.
Yeah, it's true. Grace One Deer said, I hate when I walk into emails. Which, yeah, you have to walk into emails in this game, and I also hate walking into emails. It sucks. Blackie Mars says, my original 3DS is falling apart, lost the rubber coating on the slide pad, the Digicross color is flackening off, and the paint on the A and B buttons is cracking.
You know, originally toys in the 80s, like Transformers, Nintendo carts, were meant to last like a Christmas.
Yeah.
It's a miracle that any of that shit survives.
Mm-hmm.
And I also lament the build quality of 2 of my 3 3DSs, but like at a certain point, it's like, what do you know what I mean? Like these aren't built to last. They're built to kind of last for a while, then you buy another one.
For a season. A cycle. Cursebreaker says, our relationship with emails has gotten more intimate. Now we're rubbing them.
So like Braille?
Rubbing emails. Rubbing tables to get emails.
TableRubbers.com.
Grace One Deer says, first motion capture I remember hearing about was the FF8 ballroom scene.
Even that, I wonder if it was 2 actors simultaneously or if they stitched it together.
I'm not sure. There was some sort of behind-the-scenes footage of that one, but I'm not sure if they used... Grace One Deer says, not sure if they used that as a reference or it was actual mocap.
Because mocap was definitely around at this point, but I think the implementation is primitive.
Grace One Deer, talking about space breaking, says it's called Macross Plus. Yeah, Macross Plus. You should watch Macross Plus.
I have a Macross Dreamcast game.
Okay, you should watch Macross Plus. Bonus episode, Macross Plus. It's 4 episodes.
Is Jetfire the Atheist in that?
No, but Sharon Apple's in it.
Okay.
Yeah, you should watch it. I gotta find a copy of it for you. You should watch it.
If you give me a physical disc, I'll watch it.
Oh, fuck, I don't know if I still have it.
I ain't signing up for no anime service.
What if I send you a torrent?
A file?
What if I give you a SD card?
What if you put it in the podcast OneDrive?
Yeah, that's also true. We'll use our podcast resources for piracy.
Allegedly parody.
Actually, Macross is... I don't know where you can watch that because Macross is in kind of like rights hell. Cliff Racer says, on one hand, she killed an ally with friendly fire. On the other hand, the person she killed was a racist cannibal. So can we really say that's a flaw?
The only racist we have here is Alan.
Yeah, Alan's the only racist. That's true. Oh, man. Alan just continues to get dumped on.
I can't... I mean, he was eviscerated several times this episode, but I can't imagine pining over a crush and her calling me a racist. Like having to live that down. How do you erase accusations of being...
No.
Does he say some of my best friends are space truckers?
Grace One Deer says Macros Plus is free on Tubi with ads.
Quibi is the one that's dead, right?
Quibi is the
dead one.
Is the vertical
phone stream video.
Yeah.
There was like a Reno 911 half season on Quibi.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's all I've got tonight for the RealNet, Eric. Thank you for joining me. This episode is a production of Retrograde Amnesia, recorded on September 3rd, 2023. You can follow us on Twitter, x.com, Retrograde Amnesia.
I have a Blue Sky account now. When
Eric's on Blue Sky.
Yeah.
We have
the podcast will soon be on Blue Sky.
Cohost.org/retroam. We have that.
Yeah, good.
You can send us numbers there, emails, questions, comments. Or you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/retroam. to get bonus episodes and all that kind of stuff. Anime on DVD. And we'll send you. We'll send you
some Macross files,
DVDs and stuff. I'm sorry.
This is a joke, a jape. We won't do that. Speaking of shit, we neglected to mention. Thank you, Mark.
Baby shepherd.
For the intro music.
You're welcome.
Until next time, Eric.
Yes, we will kill God.
I'm crestfallen. Yeah, that's like the Psycho Mantis fight.
Oh, I learned something good about the word psycho today, or recently. So, Psycho Mantis, Psycho Soldier, multiple Psycho instances that I can't think right now in Japanese games. Psycho was a stand-in for psychic.
Like Psycho Crusher.
Right, Psycho Crusher, that was the other one, right? Because we see psycho, we understand psychotic person, but for some reason that got translated as psychic in Japan. So Psychic Mantis, Psychic Soldier. It wasn't supposed to be like it is. It's supposed to be like that, which contextualized it for me in a way where I was like, oh, okay, fine. Because when I hear Psycho Soldier, I think fucking John Rambo.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Yeah. Wow.
How's your smoothie?
It's pretty good.
You want to suck a lot of it down real quick?
Yeah.
I'll drink my water.
Momi. I walked into the email and Alan's NPC character was, did I say email?
Yeah.
I was.
Whoa, you walk into email. It's fucking tight.
I wouldn't have caught that if I didn't see the look on your face.
Cephalon. They smoke out and Jiggy's Jiggy.
In 2 minutes, the chronosphere will carry those idiots back to the beginning of time.
And when you speak with